about the disc. Oh. There you go. Well, these videos are going to be ridiculously long. Now you get to see my ugly mug instead of the baler. I'll let you watch this real quick. We're going to lower the door. So, this is how we like to talk to each other in New Mexico. I don't know if people do it elsewhere, but usually when you stop somewhere and you're both out, everyone likes to get on the edge of the pickup and lean over the edge and just shoot the shit with each other. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm not trying to single you out, Bill, because honestly, I appreciate, you were the first one to comment on my videos. So, I do appreciate all the support you have given to the channel. Really do. And I was going to do like a 200 subscriber hoo-ha deal, but this would probably just be easier. So now I was on that side of the pickup talking. Now I come to this side of the pickup. But on the disc, I didn't get to read your whole comment because I don't have service here, but it did show up on my phone. Oh, that's, who knows what that is. Straightening the beam. Did you comment again, Bill? Yes, you did. You can get an H&S rake for $6,500. But I can't read the whole comment. I honestly thought about straightening the beam. I really did. But the problem is, it's a $2,000 disc. And I need, number one, I don't have the time. I had the afternoon to fix it, and we got it fixed. Now it's going to go to work. To straighten the beam, and I'm not knocking your idea. I know you can't see my hands; they're down here, but I'm not knocking your idea. It bends. It doesn't just bend. Here's the beams that go towards the tractor. It doesn't just bend from here over. That thing actually, it kind of bends like this. It had a little bend, and then it got to that one, and then it really just takes a dip. And there's enough of a bend in that beam that on this side, away from the bad bend, they put a piece of 1/2-inch plate on top of that beam. And so it's bent in a couple different places. And what I think a person would have to do is they'd have to pull that whole beam off of there, and they would have to bend it in a different couple places, and I think that might take away some of the structural integrity that's probably not really there anymore. But you're looking at pulling 2 sets of gangs off, undoing all the U-bolts and everything, and then bending it in a couple different places to straighten it back out. And what you'd have to bend it more than level, because it's already bent once. So you'd have to actually flex it out. That way when you started using it, it would, hopefully when it returned back to where it would go back to level. But here's the thing. There's 6 on that full beam. There's 6 gang holders, whatever how they're called, where they hold the bearings for the gangs. There's 6 of them. 4 of them have been cut off with a torch, or they got ripped off. I don't know. They got ripped, and they've had to been replaced. And here's one of the bigger problems of the whole deal is the factory ones are at a perfect 90 degrees. It was a perfect 90. The ones they redid, they sit like this, and maybe a little bit, and some of them are way the hell kicked over. So none of the bearings get to set straight on the shaft. Oh, they're like this, and it's just a damn mess, and the disc isn't worth it. It's, oh shit. It is. It's been all the hell. I'm going to have to redo the rear gangs. So I mean, this is where I'm looking at it. I know you want to see me do it right. I understand that. I'm not. If time and money wasn't a thing, why not? But I'm not a big fan of the offset. My dad is. He likes offset discs, but I would rather have I would honestly rather have like a 22-foot or another 20-foot tandem with a roller behind it, or a disc ripper, 18-foot disc ripper, something, not with the big rippers on it, but something with the chisel points between the 2 gangs. I would rather have something besides that disc, but that disc works for me now. And if my Farmer Brown fix works, that's money I don't have to put into it, and that's time that it's not down, because number 1, I don't have the time, and number 2, I sure as shit don't have the money to put any more into that disc. It's not worth it. When you look at you can get an almost a like new disc, without any welds on it, for $14,000, or you can get a really good one for $10,000. And that disc cost me $2,000 to purchase, and I put $5,000 worth of parts in it. At this point, I think it's time to cut my losses. If I can fix it and it works from now on, that's great. If it works from now on, I will go ahead and redo the rear gangs, but I'm not going to pull that beam off. Why? And I'm not going to buy a beam for it, because I don't want to put any more money into it. I really don't even want to put any money into the rear gangs, because I would rather have a better disc. Something that's better designed, Having weld-on standards, I guess they're called standards, but weld-on standards, I had a Krause, I still have a Krause disc, and they weren't even dumb enough to do that. I mean, that's just stupid way to design that thing, but that's the way it was designed, and they were bolt-on, which at that time that they built it, the weld-on was probably stouter, but when you fuck it up like that one was, then that's where the bugaboo happens. And yeah, I don't know. If I get to read your comment, I'll get back to the house and read your comment and see what you actually wrote, but I'm pretty sure that's where you were going with it. Because you've made that comment before, and I probably ignored it because I didn't want to upset you or try to upset you. But getting back to the 200 subscriber deal, there's a couple guys I'd really like to thank. There's the Becker Livestock and Cow Camp 87, which is a great channel. Mr. Nate, which is an awesome channel too. Cow Camp and Mr. Nate, I think, give One Lonely Farmer a run for his money, because both of their channels are original, and so is One Lonely Farmer's. But you know, they're both pretty good. I like their channels. And Trey, and I had a list of them, but you got me all rattled. You know, you guys who first subscribed and who commented on the videos, you guys, I really appreciate everything that you've done. I love the comments. That's the only reason I kept doing this. And Bill, you started the comments and you stuck with it, and I really appreciate it. Ooh, I have a bunch of hot dogs, getting all belchy. But that comes to my, well, not last video I put up. I've been just spamming videos out there, but I had a video where I asked for y'all's help on some equipment advice, and to everyone who commented, I deeply appreciate it. That was a great response. I'm waiting for, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go do it. It's Redneck Olympics. He's actually not too far from here, probably 200 miles, 180 miles. He's up San Luis Valley, Colorado. It's neat country. It really is, and I'm glad to see that they actually. That's one of the places in the Intermountain West that they're still farming, and they haven't just been completely bought out by subdividers in Colorado. That's terrible in Colorado. I just hate driving through there because everyone's subdivided it. And a lot of ranch land that's playhouses now. And ask my wife, she almost can't stand to ride with me in a vehicle through Colorado. So I'm just yelling the entire time. But check out his channel. He's going to put up a video of Great Plains drill so I can look at it, and maybe he'll put some commentary up there on if he thinks they're good or not. I'm pretty sure he does think they're good from what he said. But yeah, and all you guys who talked about the bale processor and the drills, I really appreciate it. And one of the first guys was Larson Valley Farms. I'm sorry I didn't think of it, but he made a comment. I did trade for the drill. I'm going to try to get tires on it the first of the week. I didn't get the bale processor, which I've always wanted one of those bale processors. Like, since I was a little kid, it's just one of those things I wanted, you know, instead of a dirt bike or an Xbox, I wanted a bale processor, which is kind of silly, but that's what I wanted, and I still really want one because I think it would be kick-ass on the ranch, especially because I had to always help my dad feed cows in snowstorms, and I just think that thing would be amazing. But it wasn't in the cards. He didn't want to get rid of it too because he loved it. I mean, he bought it new and he didn't really use it that much, but he's got a feed yard and he's waiting to buy a farm again. He sold one of his farms, and the bale processor is going to go to the farm to feed cattle on wheat, which but I got more cash than probably what I can buy a bale processor for, so I'm not going to buy one even though I really want to, just not right now. But it's definitely, when I do get a chance, after I get a hay rake, and the ranch starts making money. If the ranch starts making money, maybe I'll buy one. Or the feedlot starts making a lot of money, maybe I'll buy one. Neither one are making money. But I gotta get a hay rake first, and you know, pay down some debts on equipment. But I'm definitely gonna get one of these days. And yeah, I just think it'd be awesome for the ranch. And kind of, you know, I didn't get it, but it was more of a want than anything. So next thing on the list is get that thing up and running, that drill, because I'm going to plant all my wheat with it. Probably not going to get all the parts fixed on it that I need to, but I'm going to get it in good enough shape to plant my wheat and then park it in the shop for the winter time, and then put money into it when I get it. But I need a hay rake really bad right now, and I don't got 15 grand laying around, so maybe if I can use part of this money as a down payment on a rake, I'll do that. But I'm gonna, if I can get through the end of this year, I'm going to without buying a rake. And then next spring, I'm going to watch all the options and I'll see what comes up with. But I may have to, I'll have to have one next year. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I know that was probably a really boring video, and this is at the end of the boring video, so you're probably not going to see this, but for those who do watch it, thanks. And I'm going to have fun with this.